what you're doing when you make beer with the grain, grain is starch, right? But under heat, those starches get converted to sugars. The sugars are fermentable, and that's what the yeast eats to make alcohol. Hey, I'm Patrick Beach from the Austin American Statesman and Statesman.com, and welcome to Casa de la Playa. Today we are brewing some Christmas beer called Belgian Ale from Austin Homebrew Supply. That's why I'm wearing this goofy hat. I have been brewing beer for probably 15 years, and I can't stop because I'm stupid.
It's like anything. It's like any kind of culinary aspiration. Okay, you got to start with your raw ingredients. So with beer recipes, you start with water, you steep some grains for a while, then you discard the grains, then you add malt extract syrup, which is made out of barley, and it's a concentrated syrup with lots of fermentable sugar.
It's going to have a fairly high alcohol content, up around, what is it, 8%?
High alcohol with a residual sweetness and a very interesting characteristic from the candy syrup. One with a fair amount of hops to kind of balance out all that sweetness.
So when that timer goes off,
more hops.
We're going to start getting busy. The last 15 minutes we put in an ounce of Golding and then an ounce of forward.
10 minutes after that. The longer you boil hops, the more the bitterness characteristic comes out, and you lose the aromatic compounds. So a little bit later we'll add more hops, and then right at the very last 5 minutes we'll add even more. So you're layering the bitterness with the flavor and then the aroma.
There are lots of reasons to make your own beer, but honestly and truly, my top reason is to give it to somebody who likes beer but they don't know a lot about homebrew, and they'll take a sip and say, wow, you made this beer?
What's really cool for me is to bring it all around like full circle, to brew a batch of beer, then pair that with something that I, created in the kitchen, and then kind of match it all together, and source of pride. Starting to cool down.
A lot of people think brewing beer is really complicated, and it can be as complicated as you want it to be. I know some people who have pictures on their phones of their brewing operations like normal people have pictures of their babies. But the fact is, if you can boil water, you can make beer.
Yeah, that's what I do.
You want to do the honors?
Sure.
The yeast is a Belgian strain of yeast, which Belgian ales are particularly known for, kind of a funky, more fruity characteristic.
One, two, three.
Now that the yeast went in there, now it's actually officially beer, because the yeast are going to start to process the sugar and alcohol.
Fermentation will begin within the next 8 to 24 hours, and with any luck it will be ready just in time for Christmas. And good night, beer.
Ta-da!